All right, so I got this in the mail. It's like a flyer that came in the mail the other day. As you can see, it has a large, unflattering picture of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who got elected to the U.S. Congress. So it's unflattering. So, this must come from some Republican group or local conservative group who just really doesn't like AOC. Let's see who this came from. All right, it comes from the Jesus people. All right, so not a political people group, but obviously they don't like AOC so much. And all right, I'm sure like somewhere in this flyer it'll explain why they don't like Miss Cortez here. There's some writing below her name, her picture, so let's maybe that'll explain it. Let's see what that has to say. And it's the lyrics to Big Rock Candy Mountain. Why do we have the lyrics to Big Rock Candy Mountain and some just kind of generic music notes there? I have no idea. Maybe some of this will be explained somewhere in the newsletter. All right, so here we just have a little statement over here that says, if you don't want to receive any more of these, don't do anything and they won't send any more. So thank you. You will not hear back from me. Oh, I don't know. I kind of enjoyed this. Maybe I'll write them and ask for more. And then a generic statement of faith that if you're at all familiar with Christianity, you're already clear on the details here. And then we have a page of deceptive quotes. And also above that, it says, the true grace of God teaches us to deny ungodliness and worldly lusts. I'm supposed to deny worldly lusts? I mean, what would I do with my time? I don't even know. So in the deceptive quotes, the whole left side is all dedicated to apparently deceptive quotes from Charles Stanley. I do not know who Charles Stanley is, and I don't care. Yeah, actually seems like maybe he's kind of an okay guy. Down here we have a bit about how we are all vines, or no, God is a vine, and we're branches on that vine. So not a tree exactly, just vines, and about fruit and cutting us off. So just weird crap. All right, now we got something here from a Richard Swenson. He claims that he is a medical doctor. Also in this, he claims that he has an undergraduate degree in physics, which I think I call bullshit on at least one of those. I do not believe this guy is both a physician and has an undergraduate degree in physics. If so, he should get his money back. So let's see what's here. I'm a physician, but I'm also a cultural analyst and a futurist. There's a lot of work to be had in cultural analysis and futurism, as we all know, and an undergraduate degree in physics. I claim bullshit. So anyway, the premise of this whole piece is how the world is going to an end, and he just figured it out. It just came to him while he was driving down the highway. I have no idea why my brain processed in the way it did. I have no idea why your brain processed sloppy writing you do, but it did. So there, you are a shitty writer, Dr. Richard A. Swenson. And he goes on to explain, well, I think the world is ending, but I'm not going to give a specific end date because I think that's counterproductive. And, I'll give him a little credit for that. It is counterproductive. And I agree the world is ending, but based on purely skeptical reasons due to, climate change. But there isn't going to be some specific day like May the 12th that the clouds open up and climate change comes out and kills us all. That's just not the way it works, and that would be stupid. He also tells people, don't move up to the mountains and sell all your crap and live in a bunker. But I think you should, and you should sell your house to me for like $1. I think that is what you should do. All right, so please get on that. And then he just kind of goes on the same other sort of crap. And he claims to have all this proof and all these signs that clearly show that the world is ending. And he doesn't actually tell you what any of those things are. He just says he wrote a book and you can, buy it. He'll give it to you free. I don't know, probably buy it. And there's a bunch of letters from people saying what a great newsletter they have. They want to continue getting it, and it's not very interesting. Let's see. What else do we have here? Then we have a bit on the ultimate deception. He talks about Nazis. Yes, Nazis are bad. How very clear-minded of you to figure that out. I had no idea that Nazis were bad or that they killed people at Auschwitz. Wow, he's really onto something here. That's amazing. I'm amazed. There's some other interesting things here. That's not interesting. That's not interesting. A lot of generic, Christian stuff. And here, oh my gosh. A New America, and he has a poem here about how America is terrible. It's not entirely clear what it all means because it seems to change tones. But check this part out. We've all gone off to college, learned how to read and ponder. Don't want to do that. We've even read your book, Sir, if you don't mind, we wonder why you didn't rewrite that thing. Like, remove the part about owning slaves and stoning people to death and cutting off hands and dashing babies' brains out. Bring it up to date. Your plan just didn't work for us. We can't afford to wait. And of course, the pill has really done the job, but in case we make S slip, we have a way to change our minds that's painless, sure, and quick. So birth control pill, bad. Abortion, also bad. So, none of that screwing. That's so wicked and sinful. And then it kind of goes on to saying, it'd be kind of it takes a completely different opposite stance here for the rest of the poem. It's not entirely clear why. If God doesn't judge America for her immorality, he will have to apologize to Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, we've been doing this for kind of a long time, and God hasn't done anything so far, unless maybe you consider the recent climate problems to be God's doing as opposed to, carbon dioxide. And then a bit on America the Beautiful, and then a bit, America was beautiful. Now we're detestable and full of filthy lies. Death-cursed land's insane. For perverts rule in churches now. That didn't happen before, apparently. I'm sure there were never any pedophilic priests ever in the past or anything like that historically. And Christians sin for gain. Also, that's a completely new development. That didn't happen early on or anything like that. And gave the land to Satan's hand from judgment you cannot flee. How is Satan winning? That's what I want to know. Isn't he the less powerful one by far? And here we have a couple skeletons. One's dancing, one's sitting on a coffin of America and writing farewell on the flag. And I think maybe that's a crucifix that's on fire behind him. It's kind of hard to say. And finally, we got, some images of some good Christian dudes out wearing one of those, what do they call those, sandwich boards, I think. Okay, if you're out wearing a sandwich board in public, you're a crazy person, right? And honestly, look at that dude. Is anybody going to tell me he's not a crazy person? You're a fucking crazy person. Stop it. Again, there's some dude preaching out on the street. Those people are annoying as hell. Didn't the Bible tell you to pray in public and pray in private where other people can't hear you? And some more crazy stuff. Repent ye and believe the Gospels. And there's some other poem here about harvesting and farming, and it seems to be see, they're not crazy, they're just harvesting souls for God, which to me is incredibly creepy and frightening. The concept of it is weird. They're really just trying to brainwash you and bring you into their cult. And I just thought this whole thing was bizarre and hilarious, and I wanted to share it with you. Ooh, it's like some vision of hell or something from a famous artist. I think one of the Renaissance people. It's a cool picture. I'll grant them that. So anyway, thought that was funny. I'm going to post this on YouTube, which I guess makes me a YouTuber now. All right, bye.